Donald Trump blasting CIA intel that Russian hackers helped him win. In a tweet, he writes this: "Can you imagine if the election results were the opposite and we tried to play the Russia-CIA card? It would be called conspiracy theory."
Well, the CIA is standing by its claims despite reports that the FBI doesn't agree. They says there's no evidence. Here to break it all down is Fox News senior judicial analyst Judge Andrew Napolitano. Judge, also, the Office of the Director of National Intelligence does not endorse the CIA finding because there is no evidence that Russia tried to help Trump.
You're right. Let's start with a couple of basics. There are 16 publicly known intelligence agencies of the federal government. There are God only knows how many not publicly known intelligence agencies. They're filled with all kinds of people. They have all kinds of political views. Sometimes they disagree with each other. Sometimes a team will go off on its own and do something and management is unaware of it. Somewhere, somehow, a team in the CIA expressed an opinion that the Russians were attempting to influence the outcome of the election. How could they do that? There's leaking and there's hacking. Leaking is when somebody on the inside spills the beans or somebody from the outside gets in there and reveals what's there.
That's what Julian Assange says. He says it was an insider.
Correct.
Not a hack.
Correct. That's what happened to Mrs. Clinton. That's what happened to John Podesta. That's what happened to the whole Clinton campaign. Every day, another 3,000 or 4,000 of these things had been leaked. Hacking is when someone remotely gets in the operational system and controls it and alters what's in there. There is absolutely no evidence that's been produced yet, Brian, and I dare say it doesn't exist.
So hacking isn't just going in and taking my emails?
No, hacking is affecting the integrity of the system. There is no evidence that that happened here by anybody for any purpose.
What about leaking? Is there any evidence of leaking?
Yes, of course there's evidence of leaking. Somehow, all the emails of John Podesta and Jen Palmer, that's not hacking, that's leaking. Hacking is controlling, influencing, changing, altering the operational system. Leaking is revealing what's in there.
So having said that, does Donald Trump have a case when he said this played no role in the election?
Yes, Donald Trump has a very strong case. Look, the best case the Democrats have is some people were disaffected to Mrs. Clinton when they read the emails, the snarky emails of her staff. But what Donald Trump is talking about is there is no evidence that the Russian government did something that affected the outcome of this election. He's absolutely correct when he says that.
What's your reaction to Donald Trump's tweet, then? What if the roles were reversed?
Well, if the roles were reversed, it would be a very, very, very serious issue on our hands. I hate to think of how it would end up.
That's right. The FBI and the CIA not on the same page.
It happens all the time.
I thought after 9/11, though, they were all supposed to kind of be together.
You know, they were, but there's still institutional rivalry. Here's the interesting thing. They all rely on almost the same basic body of intelligence, which comes from the NSA. And it shows you how inscrutable intelligence can be. Two people or two teams looking at the same raw intelligence can see the same thing and interpret it 180 degrees differently.
Interesting stuff. All right, Judge, thank you very much.
All the best, guys.
Thanks, Judge.